Well, this is it folks, the last part of this video. After various topic across previous video about activity, fast food product, and even movie, we should take a break with our free time we have. And that is the main topic in this video, snack and drink. A shop creative not only promoting chain restaurant food, KFC indeed, but also various snack and drink across Australia and beyond for all ages, either for kids, teenager, adult, you know it, not only created by Shop Creative but other developer as well, just to mix things up. So let's not waste any time and let's get into it. But to not get confused, we should categorize them into two separate titles, snack and drink. Obviously, because there is a lot of products that will mix up if I put it into one segment. Also, there is several games that link with various movies that's supposed to be in previous video. But the main highlight about that game is to shove the product alongside promoting that said movie. So it's kind of difficult decision, but that is how I want to be. So let's not waste any time and now let's begin. I would like to start it with snack first, which is contain various type. Is including chips, ice cream, chocolate, candy, and even chewing gum. To start with, how about Skittles? Yeah, you know this more round rainbow color candy, right? That really had bizarre website and a video advertisement that, let's say, impressively creative. But how about their ad per game? Well, to start with, how about Skittles Green Apple Power Flavor Shoot? Now, there is an issue behind this green apple flavor because how the company replaced its original taste, lime flavor. Because the lime flavor was fans' favorite until it got replaced in 2013, causing distress from loyal customers. Luckily, that flavor came back in 2021. But why people dislike it? Well, I don't know. Personal preference, I guess. But anyway, let's get back to the game. In this game, for some reason, Skittles trying to replace the lime flavor into apple flavor. Like, just look at the instruction. Literally turn those lime flavor into pulp. Wow. And the rest is obvious. Such hostile introduction I see. To play, you need to move your mouse around the screen where the object will come across. And click the screen where your cursor as crosshair to shoot various lime flavor objects. Except the apple one. If you shoot them 3 times, game over. So be careful. Ranging from different score with different objects, speed gradually changing from slow to fast pace, no repercussion for missing any shot, so just spam toss apple until you get the highest score you can get until time runs out. Including this object called Scary Lime that sound like so many stock audio for taking damage. Overall, just simple, no power-ups, no challenge, just enjoyable accuracy game. Next is Skittle Sticker Maker. Just make sticker game, nothing more. You choose which template you want to use, which color you want to put in the template, and what words you want to write with different template, but with predetermined precision. So no freedom of expression to create crazy sticker. Just simple template of sticker provided by Skittles. Just simple game with less creativity. Next, this less Skittles game is kind of not working and it promotes right to movie. Skittles Magic Potion Maker. The objective of this game is to send quote based on this potion, I believe, and then nothing more. But since I'm playing this offline, you know why it doesn't work.
You know what I'm saying? Huh? Huh? Stop it.
Of course. Go right in.
Alright, into the next product, Wrigley's Juicy Fruit is chewing gum product. Juicy Fruit is a brand of chewing gum made by Wrigley's company under a man called William Mills Wrigley Jr. Started to sell shop in Chicago in 1891, manufactured by his father's company, until he started transitioning from selling shop into baking powder alongside chewing gum as promotional product for his main product. But instead baking powder, chewing gum was more popular to his customers. So he shifted into chewing gum and still standing strong to this day. Advertising from unique poster into ad per game, and one of them is Wrigley's Flavor Flick. With main protagonist, this mouth with long tongue. I wonder why. To play, you need to hold left click on mouth and drag it to draw jump distance into nearby blue ball to stay on air, while collecting various amount of diverse fruits needed to complete a level. Use spacebar to zoom the area while the background acted like an acid trip after taking too much mushroom. But be careful, there are various gimmicks, obstacles, and traps that you need to avoid for taking advantage, such as balloon, trampoline, and even portal. But still, an obstacle in my opinion. If you fall down or toss a laser until you lose all lives, no penalty, just continue as usual. Cool? A challenging game I must say. Sometimes you need to calculate your jump, use your tongue to reach fruit without jumping, while racing with time limit. So, jump, attach, collide with various objects to collect all targeted fruits to get high score. Overall, smooth experience with various tactics and challenges provided in this game. Although the movement is smooth and dynamic, this game should not be underestimated. It's challenging, but satisfying one. Alright, next is kind of strange but still show creative works. Magnum Force 10 starring Dave Lennon. You know, I have complained about this game both from the information and in-game content in it. Because this game promoting ice cream brand Magnum interactive game called Magnum Force 10. Not Magnum Force starring Clint Eastwood though.
I'm afraid you've misjudged me.
Now, before we going through into the game, we should take a look at this very important information. This game was created with interesting engine only for this game, created by shop employee Henrik Jan Schoenmaker. That he create many portfolio with his many ability with many tools, including his YouTube channel page that he record his work, and one of them is this advert game. Cool bro. Sadly, I cannot reach his post that he mentioned this project, so I had no clue about this one. And then come the very confusing part. Dave Lennon. Who is Dave Lennon? He is the protagonist and his poster are everywhere in this game. The problem is, I searched every nook and cranny about him and nothing matched. Going for face recognition, the only matching face was John Lennon? I eventually find a face that really similar to him, but I had my doubt. My guess is this Dave is seasoned actor but not well known, or this is one of shop employee that became sample actor for this game. But that is my guess. The answer lies in Mr. Henrik only. But enough of that, let's jump into the game and see what this is all about. In this game, we are controlling Dave with his motorcycle to get high score as long as we can. By traversing endlessly through this endless roof within endless night cycle in this bustling city. The only move we have here is spacebar to jump. That's it. And no, you cannot increase or decrease speed. Everything is automatic, except jumping. Although you can do it by jumping at specific heights or specific roadblock to do that, but also importantly jumping from one rooftop to another to survive while being decoratively chased by helicopter and being shot from it. Although no harm whatsoever. I tried to slow down to get shot, but there is nothing, just for visual effect. It's just simple game, but I have several complaints about this game. First, the game is total repetitive. No random generated area. All is similar. I even tried several attempts to see any differences, but with every retry, the level never changed a bit. Which is okay, but the game can be really boring because almost no challenge presented in the game. Second, there is challenge in the form of several obstacles, either gap of each distance of building or object lying on ground. But then, it's part of the level, so nothing changed, which is sad. Third, the only way you fail is if you fail to make a jump or you got rotated upside down. If you fall, they've ended in pretty comical explosion, which is okay considering they fall into the ground. But if you fail because rotated upside down, they physics sometimes freak out. This happen when you got into specific position and the physics got screwed up. But the game still working as fine as intended, as this is created in its own engine, which is very cool. Overall, simple yet lack of diverse challenge, but indeed fun game without much content in it. Next product is Pringles, which is one of my favorite chips. As far as I know, Pringles always using tube packaging. Other than that, I make unaware of it. This including other game which I never knew without internet. And there are 3 games promoting these tasty chips. The first one is supposedly related to movie Ether game because this game simultaneously promoting both products. But since the highlight of this Ether game is the Pringles product that promoting the movie, that's why it was in this spot. So what is Pringles Find the Kong game all about? Well, it was Find the Ball game but with Pringles packaging as the cup and inside of it is mini Kong figurine. Just that. But unique thing in this game is you have banana as currency to bet maximum 5 bananas. If you get 10 banana, you get 1 bunch of bananas, maximum 5 bunch. But each bunch represent difficulty that's secretly presented in the game. So if you hold 4 bunches of bananas, the presented difficulty is hard and so on. Clever. But then comes the question, what is this game for? The main purpose of this Ether game is to attract moviegoer, King Kong fans to play this game, so they can see exclusive footage of the movie with permission of the producer using Pringles as the medium. Pretty interesting, but still can be difficult at some point. Because if you can guess the location of the figurine, you got double the amount of you bet, the same as you lose the bet. So in the end, pretty interesting yet simple game. Next one, Pringles Snack Attack. Just match 3 game with icons associated with Pringles. Use hint to show available moves without repercussions. But several issues piss me off. To progress to the next level until level 5, you need to fill the timer bar on the right screen. Excuse me, what? You hear me right? Time limit equal requirements to beat the level. Who put such a demented idea like this? I was thinking this game was a survival game with automatic level progression, but no. To make it worse, the timer decreased faster per level and then something annoying happened. When you completed a level, you will see Pringles fun fact. Okay, that is cool, but what is not cool is the timer doesn't frozen when this happen. So you basically waiting for loading screen to finish while you are in first of game over. That is unfair. Because this is supposed to show you fun fact about Pringles, but this is not how it works.
I'm disappointed in your species.
Alright, overall, simple match 3 game but the time limit making me really frustrated. The last Pringles game is kind of adult thingy but why not? Nothing sexual happen in this game. In Pringles Spicy Kajun, how spicy are you? You just need to choose one from these 2 answers. Each answer has their own spiciness meter that's hidden unless you do it all over again by choosing different answer. There are some questionable options such as boxer or briefs, and wet socks or wet t-shirts? Ini or outie? What is this supposed to mean? After that, it was normal answer. Like, this is just spicy chips game. Why it has anything to do with wet t-shirts? Don't make me remind me of those milk concert. Nope. Overall, it's just unique quiz game with hidden score in it. Nothing unusual. The next one is about chips once again, but from the real McCoy brand from United Kingdom. Honestly, I really don't know about this brand. Perhaps I missed this one, but you want to know what I don't miss? The carbon copy problem. Yes, this game is the exact carbon copy of Zipper's Kennel Chaos, the same template all over again. Nothing much to say. The difference is not dogs, but cause with their parking problem. Yeah, just that. Nothing more. Last next product, Snickers. Yeah, remember that hungry ads? Classic.
Playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Baby, eat a Snickers. Better?
Better.
This chocolate snack is really a big deal for people, especially with several rivals such as Silver Queen. But the same as other Ether game, they need to attract more customers to beat their rivals. One of them using popularity of actors. Snickers Tea Break featuring Mr. T.
Speed walking! I pity you, fool! You a disgrace to the man race! It's time to run like a real man! Take that, speed walker! Do it again, sucker! And there's gonna be trouble with the capital Mr. T! Get a new Snickers with the lot, sucker!
In this Arkanoid or Brick Breaker gameplay, we are controlling Mr. T while riding a tank. Hell yeah! Except we just bounce back ball to destroy a brick, which is sad. I want explosive ammo, bro! I'm using a tank! Why? Just why? Anyway, to play, press space to launch the ball, left and right arrow keys to move. Survive as long as you can while the break gradually coming down to you. Attack them with your ball or attack the Snickers bar to collect nuts for extra score. And sometimes helicopter will drop bag of nuts that provide random power-ups that you can use, such as longer tank or more nuts. But if you miss the bag, it will drop more nuts. So yeah, logical. If you fail to bounce the ball, Mr. T will be irritated, including on game over.
Open your eyes! Okay, let's go! Open your eyes! Okay, let's go! Get some practice!
So yeah, very addicting simple game but need more power-ups. And that is the last Snake Eater game. Now let's go into the drink segment. The first drink Eater game we should look into is their iced coffee. I think I showed this Eater game before on television but never tasted. Maybe one day. But when I saw the ads, it was kind of bizarre but brilliant. I like it. The same is this product Eater game, and there are two of them. First is their iced coffee brain balance. In this balancing game, you need to balancing his brain on stick. Okay? And this game sucks so bad you wish you had Game Genie.
I don't care.
Because in this game, you only have one chance to win and not get high score because that is optional. If you hit any fallen objects, it's game over. Amazingly awful. Because to balancing the brain, you need to slowly and pay attention to the brain and stick position. Although you can grab their iced coffee to gain perfect balancing for several seconds to ease the game, but still no invincibility. Kind of difficult game, but you get the hang of it on several attempts. But also the other difficult part is the longer you survive, the falling object become faster and frequent to drop.
I'm not ready for this.
Good! Amazingly awful game. Unless you do this simple yet out of the box trick that I believe the game was intended for you to do it in the first place. You can just position yourself on upper screen before the game starts like this and survive without too much worries. Just pay attention to your stick and you get big score like I did. Why? Just look at this. What a mess situation. That is unfair.
What were they thinking?
It's just unfair. Overall, challenging but frustrating as hell. I mean, just look at his hand. So long like Slenderman, I can see various things such as Mom Tattoo and Bird. Good. Next is their iced coffee Pixel Fix-It, and this one is very unique but can be confusing at some point. Instead that guy, we got this dude with his brain got pixelated. Wow. Because that is the main attraction in this game. We need to rotate bunch of pixelated colors into one object, shown on the upper right corner of screen as the intended object you need to form into it. To play, you need to move your mouse to form these pixelated colors into said object. Sometimes you need to move your mouse back and forth at the edge of screen just to finish one object. Sometimes you need to be precise with how you put all these pixelated colors. Also, these objects always randomized on each attempt, either how it should be solved or what object will appear next. So, there will be no repetition, which is a cool factor for challenge. But among these two games, there is one factor of winning. Yes, because getting high score is optional. Why? There is winning screen if you manage to get certain score. If not, these characters will crying, which is very interesting idea. Overall, very cool game, addicting and challenging in their own ways. Cool. Next adver game is Mike Tyson's Punch Out clone, Fusion breakfast bowl that promoting the non-product, Fusion Smoothies. Created by Mike Fondwick in his website page for Gen X as main target audiences. It became popular game at that time and it is unique clone specimen of a well-known IP. In this game, you are playing as a red-haired dude named the Fusionator who need to beat 4 opponents, as they describe as junk food or unsatisfying breakfast. Just look at what we got here. Cereal, muffin, hamburger, and bagel. Donut? Just like Punch Out, we got some basic move and instruction to help us poke easy to hardest opponent. Now, I'm not pass out expert because I thought this game just punch till they drop, but nope! Because if you are not careful enough, your energy to attack will reduce, and if goes zero, you are exhausted, unable to attack and defend yourself. So, watch out. Until I realize something. To beat this game, you need to read your opponent because they will defend themselves and expose one spot to another. Sometimes you need to attack left or right side, but sometimes you need to attack either high or low, depending on their sprite, so pay attention to their movements if you want to beat them quickly. Also, at some critical point after executing combo or attack weak point, you receive one fusion smoothies as super attack. Plus, your energy immediately replenishes to full power, which is awesome. To beat this unhealthy breakfast with everyone is unique on their appearance and trait. Cereal will throw his own cereal to you a special attack, which is actually pretty neat. Also, this opponent was weak. One beat down and he is down. And his cereal was licked by cat. What? Marvin has sleepy trait that he literally falling down a special attack, but he got durable stamina. Hamburger has nasty breath as special attack to hide his attack, but always the same attack pattern, and also very missable if you spam evade move. Pretty... what? Did he just get this member? Never mind. The stuffed bagel, however, the toughest among all, has nasty fast attack pattern and one hit devastating special attack. If you got done by any opponents, you can just get up without any repercussion, unlike Punch Out. Because in Punch Out, if you got down and get up, your health reduced until you cannot continue. But in this game, you have infinite continue and your health are replenished by random amount. But that's fine. Just pay attention to time limit because you have only 2 minutes per 3 chances on one level. If not, you do it all over again from beginning. Good. But we are getting sidetracked here. Let's head back to Bagel. So, beat everyone and this Bagel bastard to win this game. Although very difficult and very durable, but you can defeat him by reading his blocking position. And when you beat him, he is split in half. What? Yikes! Some defeats are unique, yes, but these two are just too much. Yikes! That is kid-friendly dismemberment, right? Right? Overall, unique specimen of a clone, but a unique and pretty faithful gimmick from the original game. Good job! Next game is Advertising Pepsi, created by USA pharmacist Caleb Graham as concern for his pattern and his patient's health, but since his customers demand for more, he managed to distribute his beverage as Big Deal Drink, successful enough to be spreading across the world because this one product are specific for Japan only as far as I know. Pepsi next. I never know about this one and their advertisement are total Japanese madness, unique in their own way. One of their advertisement is about Pepsi next and Japanese salaryman running through unknown void punching a wall of ice. Why? Because this game has icebreaker in it. Like, what is that? It turns out this game combines working and activity to foster conversation among a group of individuals, to warm up discussions among participants to build communication among attendees before they start working on assignments. Kind of playing around to break the icy mood, like wasting a time. Just like this guy that wasting no time running in empty void while punching a block of ice. To play, left click at the screen when the wall of ice appears at the right time. If done correctly, this guy will throw simple punch and haymaker to break the ice, and celebrate it like he got promotion or faraway vacation. Well, good for you. If not, he got stumbled like that and the music stopped? Literal wall of ice. Stop this guy's music team? Wow. Just do that until he headbutts double wall of ice and slip his suit for freedom. Just simple accuracy game, nothing more. But hey, praise for this man for achieving his freedom. Next game is Advertising Lipton Iced Tea, which I do believe cities on supermarket and television. Created by Sir Thomas Johnston Lipton, a self-made man, founder of Lipton Tea, but also merchant that never give up to advertise his tea. And one of his brand advert game not just promoting his product but also barbecue tradition. In Lipton Better Barbecue, you are grill man that grill various tasty foods for perfect donuts. But before the game even started, some fun facts of course. To play, you need to flip foods twice at perfect temperature before they got burned to charcoal. Basically, don't flip the food if the meat is not close or far away from the designated point, or it's raw. and Pitch Black. But also extra challenge for obviously advert game, there are those methods that you need to pay attention. So it's kind of multitasking, both managing food donuts and those feeling on this hot weather. Like you can just spam Lipton iced tea for sound effects taking experience, but also 100% reducing thirst. But be careful, the longer you survive, the game becomes faster and difficult for you to handle. You only have 2 chances to get high score as possible while the meter slowly rising into phase space and sort of designated points. So, just focus on the game and ignore this little fight as they just for decorative purpose. Overall, fun and challenging multitasking game, but remind me of the real Australia 10 Command. Maybe the same game with different idea and decent execution, but that's okay. Except the last advert game is not fun at all, and it's about Nescafe. Actually, I like Nescafe and try several of their products, but not their coffee powder, but coffee bottle product you find at refrigerator. Because in this game, involving putting coffee powder into coffee cup in Nescafe leave your cups. But there is a slight problem. I don't know if this is because the game or it needs online requirement, because this game is hard working for me. Wait, really? I really don't know what happened. To play, you need to launch Nescafe coffee powder into different red Nescafe cups on different area and wins to gain score. By dragging your mouse and rotating the blue circle to change direction of your position. And then hold left click the spoon handle to determine how weak and strong your launch power. Sounds easy, right? Not even easy enough. I somehow miss every single cup, even though I put it into right position and launch power. Every single time. I don't know what's going on, man. It just doesn't work. And then when you fail, this woman scolded me for no reason while the game never working.
Fill those cups. I'm not seeing the effort here, Trin. I'm not seeing the effort here, Trin. Come on, you're not trying! All the support you need, Trin.
Just give up.
I try again if I
You
were
hear me?
I'd try again if I
Not
were you.
woman, not. That's a wonderful game, man. Well, that's it. All snack and drink advert game I can cover in this video. Surely there are more than this, but this is what I choose based on their uniqueness and of course, mostly from Shop Creative. Overall, some games are pretty simple, some are very entertaining and unique in their own way. Some need more content to strongly promoting said products Shop Creative try to show for public and potential customers. But hey, these are quite heck of a job and I think Shop Creative did it with this long-term project that let them survive to this day. With other products, other ideas, and other challenge Shop Creative put to show themselves they are professionals. By tackling various small and big clients that need their service, show their gaming idea and skill to create fun, memorable, and creative advert game ever made. Good job, all of you! And this is the end of this video and this part as well, and maybe I should take a break for a while. So, thank you for watching and as always, have fun people but don't hurt yourself. Thank you again and see you next time. Ciao!